Hi, for those whom I have not reached through our database here and given summer greetings, may I extend to you a happy, healthy and prosperous investment year 2017. The Christmas break's a great time for Certain Wealth Group to catch up with many of our clients who have travelled to Melbourne with their families for a holiday. Coinciding with this, we've been able to arrange a good number of consultations both in our office and in the field, some nice spots down there by the beach. And we're also able to arrange timely property inspections where we had enough notice to give to tenants. In most cases, the consultation included goals review that was an important part and is an important part of meeting their changed situations, such as family or job related, and there usually have been a lot of changes. It's so important that we can review these and bring them up to date. And it's worth mentioning that investors were pleasantly surprised as to the capital growth they've received. And perhaps the most important part of capital growth in their properties is that in many cases that we looked at, they will not need new money in order to acquire their next property. So it's important to have an objectives review, a goals review, as soon as you can, certainly every 2 years, and if it goes beyond that, you probably have now changed your objectives by quite a bit. There are others who couldn't do their property inspections but would like to come back in late January and February to carry out both a property inspection, their own properties, and also look at some new investment stock during that time. I'm not suggesting that we would be pressing people into this, but it's been suggestions by them and volunteers by them, subject to affordability, timing, and other priorities. Tracking back a bit, in the first decade of our business, that's 2001 to 2010, my investment directors, they're the salespeople, who were the normal interface with you, our clients, had the time to personally contact each and every client about quarterly and to chat one-on-one about how things were going. However, in the period 2010 to 2013, we took on a large number of new clients. Perth was flying, Melbourne and Sydney were back again. And during that time, we also lost a few of our investment directors, including our Sydney office manager, Meehan, who returned to Canada with his family. The bottom line is that we are no longer able to logistically contact everybody on a regular basis. To compensate for our inability to contact you on a regular basis, and I'm sorry, it just simply isn't logistically possible, we've increased the frequency of our research distribution. We've added new data such as stock, where from time to time we consider it worth passing on to you. And conversely, this has meant we're relying more on yourself to contact us whenever we can be of assistance, including once every year or every 2 years for a consultation and a goals review, which I really strongly recommend that you do, and we can do it in 1 hour by telephone or by Skype. Another initiative has been to introduce you to a combination inspection of your existing Melbourne properties and a tour of new properties which we feel may be suitable for you. This inspection takes up most of the day, and for interstate visitors it entails airport pickup, a full day's travel when we're looking at various types of properties, and a drop-off at the airport or hotel if you're not travelling home. A modest charge has been made to cover this, but to date we've found that people have been more than happy to do so. So whether you're already working with us and you have 8 or more properties and you've been with us for 16 years, or whether you're just undertaking your first investment property acquisition, you are cordially welcome. Those who have undertaken our special 1-day dedicated program, which I just described to you, say they've never had such service, with dedicated time to cover those many investment related questions which they have either not properly answered before or have been too embarrassed to take to a public forum. I'd like to finish with an anecdote. It's a personal one. When I was 4 years old, my great uncle from the First World War was visiting my grandmother, his sister-in-law. And my dad, my mum, and most of the family, their brothers and sisters, were there to spend time with Uncle Wilf, who left his leg in France. Uncle Wilf had only one leg, having lost the other leg at Flanders in World War One. Look, unbeknown to me, Uncle Wilf was a wealthy man who owned a bakery in Geelong in Victoria. He took a shine to me, and partway through the visit, he pulls out his wallet and offers me a £5 note, which in those days would have fed a family for 2 weeks, or more relevantly, bought a very flash scooter, which I had been desperately wishing for forever. But I felt sorry for Uncle Wilf because he only had one leg, and courteously declined the money. My mum, my dad, Nan, Uncle Fred, Auntie Marge, they all urged me to take the money. But after 5 minutes of theatrics by me, Uncle Wilf put the £5 back into his wallet, saying, "Well, perhaps on another day, Bill." I shouldn't be smiling, but Uncle Wilf died a month later, and to this day I grieve, not Uncle Wilf, but the scooter that I missed out on. Remember this anecdote, and when you're offered something, how important is it to you? In my view, what I offer you with Certain Wealth Group is significantly more valuable than the £5 or the scooter. It is the opportunity to build a future income source passively with relative safety, thereby ensuring that you are not one of the 85% of us in Australia who are retiring at or below the poverty line. In closing, friends and colleagues, I wish you a great year, 2017, in every respect. And if you are ready, call me and book for a consultation, a review, or book your Melbourne property inspection in the next month or so, if and while we still have some vacancies. My email address is williammeehan@aol.com, and I send you my best personal regards.